Welcome to the Nutrition That Really Works podcast. The podcast that embraces Hippocrates' quote, "Let food be thy medicine." Today you're going to learn some cutting-edge information about how to achieve and maintain your great health as we answer your nutrition and health-related questions. Commentators are not medical doctors, and no medical claims are being stated, and the information presented is for personal research and investigational purposes only. This information has not been evaluated by Health Canada, the FDA, the FTC, the USDA, and is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease. This program does not represent Premier Research Labs, USA. Hey everybody, welcome to Nutrition That Really Works. I'm your nutrition expert, Brian Gangle from bgangel.com. Welcome to today's exciting episode. And boy, times have certainly changed with events happening around the globe. But more than ever before, we need to come together. We need to really focus in on how nutrition that really works can be part of our daily routine to have optimal health and wellness. And that's why I'm here today to deliver a brand new episode for you on cumin oil. Really an amazing nutrient for the brain, nerve, liver, digestion, DNA repair, and so much more. Wow, it is really one of the real superstars here in the food world. And before we dive into it, I know that a lot of our live in-person events have certainly been interrupted with a lot of the events around the world. So certainly the events are now still a go-ahead, but on online digital versions. And so some of our online webinars that you can participate in. First, on Monday, April 6th, 2020 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's our webinar on spring detoxification. And then that will be repeated again on Thursday, April 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you know what? This is an amazing webinar. It's about an hour and 15 minutes long, rich with detailed information and easy peasy, cheap and cheerful, down and dirty detoxifications for you to get the spring rolling on the right foot. And so you definitely want to join us. And you know what? You can sign up for all of our webinars. It's really easy. Just go to my website at bgangel.com. B as in Bob, G as in good, angel.com. And in the newsletter, fill it in, and we'll make sure that your name is added to our webinar list, and then you can join the link. And we'll also leave the link here in the liner notes of this episode as well. And of course, on Tuesday, April 7th, 2020, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's our Life Frequency Health Lecture webinar. It's an amazing experience, and we have special guests, Carol McIntosh, the wheatgrass queen herself, and Cheryl Avansky, wellness and health expert, and myself will be delivering this incredible event on Tuesday night, April 7th, with a 7:30 p.m. start time. And the live webinars can only host 150 guests, so get there early and don't get locked out. And then on Thursday, April 16th, 2020 at 7:30, Chef Brian, that's me, I will be taking the stage on our live webinar extravaganza, Living Food and Nutrition That Really Works. This is a paid event, so to get tickets to the paid event and to get your access code to the live webinar, go over to eventbrite.com and just key into the search menu, Chef Brian, and it will take you right there. Boy, let's dive into today's episode. Well, you know, this cumin seed is really something. It's an interesting player on the block. It's something I really wasn't too familiar with, but it's an ancient food and an ancient medicine. And cumin, it's an annual plant that actually belongs, interestingly enough, to the parsley and celery family. And the essential oil is distilled from cumin seeds, which look very, very similar to caraway seeds. And in fact, in Europe, it's often confused with caraway seeds. Now, the plants of the cumin family have been used as food and medicine since humanity's earliest written records. Cumin was a favorite food spice and natural medicine of the ancients. It was used heavily by both the Egyptians and the Hebrews as it is today. It is mentioned in both the Old and New Testaments. Cumin seeds have been found in the tombs of the Egyptian pharaohs. So this is really an old player, but definitely something we want to pay special attention to, especially in these trying times. Now, the ancients relied upon cumin and its oil to help many diseases, including intestinal gas, indigestion, digestive disorders, bloating. And in ancient Greece, cumin was known as the best of the condiments. The Greeks described how the oil applied to the skin gave unspeakable beauty. In one quoted text, a modern herbal describes how the ancients used cumin to relieve headaches and improve circulatory disorders and to reverse impotence. And it was also used as a natural aphrodisiac. Today in the Middle East, cumin is famous for helping with heart disease, high blood pressure, poor circulation, and lung problems. You know, it's amazing. All of this stuff is out there all around the world, but, until I did the research and found out about it, and probably, thousands and maybe millions of people around the world have known about it for a millennia, I'm just finding out about this. And it's an amazing, exciting time to share this with you. It really is. Now, other herbalists recommended cumin oil as something that they use for rejuvenative, for the nerve, brain, a body tonic, and even a liver decongestant. Now, inside the cumin seed is this rich oil, which contains very powerful compounds. The predominant compound is called cumin aldehyde, and it accounts for about 40% of the oil content. Aldehydes are rich in naturally occurring oxygen compounds which can interact with human cells to make profound beneficial changes happen. Other natural compounds include the terpenes, and we talk about the terpenes when you're talking about the CBD oil, and this is definitely one of the big players. So terpenes are found in the cumin oil. And in fact, this natural constituent possesses remarkable antioxidant, antitoxin, and antimicrobial properties. It's also antifungal, antiparasitic, antispasmodic, and it has diuretic actions according to the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Essential Oils. Now, it's a very powerful infection fighter to boot. So in the last 20, 30 years, impressive research has shown its powerful infection-fighting properties. And research has discovered that cumin oil has significant anti-cancer, antiseptic, antifungal, and detoxification properties. Cumin oil is known to be highly protective against toxic damage to the liver. In fact, one of my mentors, Dr. Robert Marshall, who's a well-known clinical nutritionist, fondly called it the liver protector. So let's take a look at some of the big claim to fames here for the cumin oil. And it really is quite remarkable. And number one, its antifungal properties. So in the Journal of Environmental Pathology, Toxicology, and Oncology, researchers found that the mighty cumin oil in very low concentrations, less than 0.1%, stopped the growth of invasive forms of toxic yeast. In addition, cumin oil completely stopped the production of harmful fungal toxins such as aflatoxin, which is one of the most deadly toxins known. In fact, in 1993, Egyptian researchers also found that cumin blocked the growth of fungal and funguses in very low concentrations. In the Journal of Food Science, investigators again confirmed that cumin oil is an aggressive antifungal agent which can completely stop fungal growth in modest concentrations. It is also a very powerful liver protector. So in the Nutrition and Cancer Journal, numerous researchers identified the ability of cumin oil to increase the activity of glutathione S-transferase, a well-studied protector liver enzyme. Now this enzyme helps the liver detoxify toxic chemicals. Therefore, taking cumin oil internally may help the liver remove cancer-causing chemicals and other toxins due to its powerful detoxification properties. So it's definitely a big player on the block. Next is its DNA protection capabilities. So in the Nutrition and Cancer Journal, again, researchers reported that cumin oil significantly inhibited DNA cell damage caused by aflatoxins. And this demonstrated how cumin oil can protect cells and organs from damage of toxic chemicals. What about as an antioxidant? I'm so glad you asked. Indian researchers found that cumin oil is a powerful antioxidant, even more powerful and highly regarded than the turmeric root. They found that cumin oil had a strong ability to prevent oxidative damage. In the Journal of Food Science in 1993, researchers demonstrated that cumin was superior in blocking oxidation and toxic cellular damage, more powerful than other famous spices such as garlic and onion. As an anti-cancer agent, in animal studies, Indian researchers found that cumin had very valuable anti-cancer actions. What about as brain and nerve booster? Cumin has a long history of use as an agent to improve nerve disorders. Again, in the Journal of Food Sciences, researchers found that cumin oil is extremely high in naturally occurring phospholipids, especially those related to nerve and brain development. Cumin oil is a concentrated source of phosphatidylethynolamine, a very famous phospholipid which nourishes and repairs nerve and brain tissue as well as enhancing the cell membrane fluidity. That means it allows nutrients to pass in and out of the cells and toxins to be flushed in and out of the cells. And a cell needs flexibility, and if it doesn't have that, which is its primary defense against invaders like viruses and antigen damage, then the bad boys can get in. So cumin oil is rich also in choline and inositol, two critical nutrients which support the function of the brain, nerve, and the liver proper. So now let's just take a look at one warning here. Research showed that an enormous amount of tampering with the essential oils in the North American marketplace. To enhance profits, unscrupulous companies often harvest essential oils from inferior grade or even toxic plants. In addition, many of the oils are extracted with harmful chemicals or solvents, which can frequently leave toxic residue in the oil. Many companies also can secretly boost the fragrance of weaker essential oils with cheap synthetic perfumes that have a stronger scent, but it may not be necessarily listed on the label. So to blend an essential oil, some companies also use partially toxic or rancid or solvent-extracted carrier oils, which are of poor and inferior quality. Things like poor quality olive oil or saffron oil, which are much cheaper to use. So we call this cutting into the oil. So you want to beware of toxic oils. Unless you're absolutely sure of the quality of the essential oil, don't take it internally or use it on your skin. Even avoid smelling it if you can. Small amounts of toxic chemical residues taken internally or absorbed through the skin can actually damage your liver or your organs or even the skin. Really pretty amazing stuff. You can see that the cumin oil really is a big player on the block. Very, very exciting research. So to get your hands on the cumin oil, it's actually not that hard. Basically, you can visit any really good quality health food store in your area. Almost all of them will carry one variety of cumin oil. And of course, you can always drop me a line, bgangel777@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to put you in touch with somebody who can get you really good quality cumin oil and really take advantage of all of the benefits that this guy has to offer us. It's amazing when the ancients had all this incredible information at their disposal, and today we really have forgotten some of these simple lessons, and it's great to be able to share some of this information with you, and that's what makes Nutrition That Really Works one of my most exciting and one of my most favorite podcasts. Make sure you share it with a friend, a neighbor, and a loved one so that they can get this great information too. And certainly join us on our live webinars. Most of them are free for you to attend, and you can sign up for the links to the webinars at my website at bgangel.com and sign up for the newsletter right there on my homepage, and we'll make sure that we send out the links to you. You'll get them, and boy, some really exciting topics there for you to learn. And that's what it's all about. It's about sharing, nurturing, and growing together, teaching, training, coaching, and motivating everybody out there, including the practitioners, the professionals, and the students, my friends, my neighbors, and my loved ones, about what I have to offer here for you at Nutrition That Really Works. Until next time, I'm Brian Gangle from bgangel.com, your nutrition expert, saying blessings to you all. Stay safe, everyone. Until we meet again, bye for now.